Gratitude to N.52 Tan Sri Speaker for giving me the opportunity to participate in the debate for Constitution of the State of Sarawak Amendment Bill 2022 in this August House. First of all, my congratulations as well to all the honorable state assemblymen who were entrusted with the people mandate in the recent state election. For me as well, this mandate signifies the trust and responsibility accorded by the people, which we must obey for the good of the people and our beloved state of Sarawak. Thank you, Speaker. The state of the Sarawak is now on a better course after the Constitution Amendment Act 2022 came into force on 11 February 2022 after His Majesty the Yang Dipertuan Agong gave his royal assent on 19 January 2022. As noted, the amendment to the Federal Constitution are promised on the Malaysia Agreement 1963, MA 63. In line with the amendment to the Article 1(2) of the Federal Constitution, the position of Sabah and Sarawak are restored to Borneo State under the Federation alongside 11 states of Malaya, which is the position when the Federation of Malaysia was formed promised upon MA 63. The clearly show that the state government persistent in attending the recognition of the position as sovereignty of the Sarawak state under MA 63. The restoration of Sarawak as a Borneo state in the federal constitution means the federal government is steering to better recognition and position of Sarawak, the right of the people of Sarawak pursuant to MA 63. Now, Borneo State is truly an equal partner of the state of Malaya under the federal constitution. Sabah and Sarawak will now regard themselves as a wilaya and no longer as state. And these changes must be enhanced in our state constitution. Mr. Speaker, now the time has come for us to table the bill of the amendment of the State Constitution of Sarawak in the August House, where terminologies for Chief Minister should be changed to Premier or Menteri Perdana, and Assistant Minister should be restored to Deputy Minister, and Deputy Minister may, on the invitation of the Premier or Perdana Menteri, to attend a meeting of Majlis Mesyuarat Kerajaan Negeri under Article 6(3) of the Constitution of Sarawak Amendment Bill 2022. As equal partner in the Federation, I also urge the state government to demand for decentralization of real autonomy power from the federal government to restore issues relating to citizens for stateless children or adopted children, education, security and border control, immigration and public health of the state. I would like to stress that at this moment, stateless children or adopted children, they don't have the proper document. They are having difficulty when they are finished the Form 5. They cannot go for further study, even they have a good result, even though they have 6A or 7A, they are not able to go for university. This is unfair to all these children. Following the amendment to the Federal Constitution, the state of Sarawak must now make the relevant amendment to the state constitution. I hope that the amendment to come will give concrete and historic benefit for the long-term future of Sarawak. Let it not be done in flippant way that will only cause losses to Sarawak instead. Let the people reap the true benefit of this amendment to the Federal Constitution. Therefore, I move for autonomy to be granted to the Borneo State in line with the spirit of MA63, particularly in the explosion of petroleum, education, healthcare, and taxes, and levy to be granted to Sarawak. Mr. Speaker, according to the Article 121D of the Federal Constitution, I humbly urge the state government to consider reviewing an increase of special grant to Sarawak to have a win-win formula, including under Part 4, the increase of oil royalty from 5% to 10%, and provided under Part 5 of the 10th schedule of the Federal Constitution. This additional revenue is vetted to the development of Sarawak state infrastructure. For a geographic aspect, Sarawak must not be restricted in its authority or autonomy power affecting citizenship, education, healthcare, and security under the federalist, and if right must be given to the state. Thus, the Cabinet also need to be enlarged to additional 5 to 10 more ministers to undertake and to discharge their responsibility effectively for the benefit of the people of Sarawak. Mr. Speaker, in 1963, the Sarawak Assembly was enlarged from 24 to 36 seats to reflect the current time and circumstances to allow the State Assemblymen to properly serve the constituent and to act an effective bridge between the government and the people. The delineation must be performed periodically in accordance with the needs of the people. Sarawak has gradually increased the number of the constituency within it since 1968, with additional expansion to 48. They were further expanded to 56 seats in 1985, 62 seats in 1995, 71 seats in 2005, and finally to 82 seats in the most recent delineation in 2015. We must take in context that the Sarawak constituent, an area of 124,449 square kilometers, with our growing population and rapid development, it is time for us to review the existing numbers on the Cabinet and also coming to the additional parliament seat, including the state seat, and whether it is suitable to allow our representatives to continue to take care and welfare of the people comprehensively and ensure their livelihoods are not ignored. Clearly, Sarawak is a rather unique state, and one constituency could be the size of the other state. Therefore, with a greater autonomy, we should be make the most effectively adjustment for the interests of the people of Sarawak. Mr. Speaker, I believe that this is the direction that should be realized by Sarawak under the leadership of our young Ahmad Berhormat Premier in the interest of the Sarawakian as whole, not only for today, but for the future of Sarawak. Sarawak must also strive to implement those proposals towards decentralization of autonomy power by passing the proposed solution in this August House or by amending the related portion of the state constitution. This effort must not done with the this effort must be done with the objective of Sarawak first, for the benefit of the people of Sarawak. Matters involving the interests and rights of the people of Sarawak must be prioritized. Besides the economic and education field, that the young generation are interested in including sports, must also benefit and priority to Sarawak. So too must subject involving household, income, employment opportunity, and infrastructure development in Sarawak. We can no longer look towards the past, but forego a new future aggressively for the good and progress of our beloved Sarawak. Mr. Speaker, last but not least, I beg to support the Constitution of the State of Sarawak Amendment Bill 2022. Thank you.